Hey Southern Belle Beauties, this is your girl coming to you with another video tutorial on this Shimmer LA Girl loose powder cut crease look that I'm rocking. So if you want to know how I achieve this look, then you know what you got to do. Keep on watching and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Yay! Okay, so here we are. I'm starting off with my eyebrows already done, one eye already completed, and I have color corrected my face if you see that it looks a little orange and a little green. So first I'm going to go ahead and start with my Sephora eyeshadow primer, and I'm going to make sure that I'm putting that all over my eyelid as well as in the crease and further up my eye. I want to make sure that I have a really good base for my eyeshadow to adhere to, and I'm going to make sure that I blend that out really well all over my eye. Next, now that it's blended out, next I'm going to go in with the Coastal Scents 88 Original Palette, and this is an older palette, but I really love it. And what I'm going to use is 3 pinks out of this palette and 1 deep purple out of this palette. So I'm going to use the lightest pink, then the third pink, and then another pink, and then the deep purple at the very bottom. It's almost like a bluish pinkish purple. It's really pretty. I really love it. It's really pigmented. So first I'm going to start off with the light pink. It's almost like a shimmery pink. You can kind of tell a little bit that it's kind of light. And I'm going to start that off in the crease, and I'm using windshield wiper motions back and forth, and I'm making sure that I'm getting my inner tear duct as well as the outer eye. And I'm going to go up kind of high with this eye look because I love it when my eyes look extra big and extra luscious, if that's even a word for a description for this eye look. And I'm just going to keep making sure that I'm building up the eye look. I'm not going in with straight colors and just trying to achieve a look with just one color, which is something that I used to do. Try to get a look and thinking that I can just pack it on and then blend the hell out of it, and you know that you can't. So that's one thing that I've learned. And again, I'm starting in the inner tear duct and windshield wiper motions with the next pink, and I'm building that color up. I'm not trying to rush this look. You can't rush a cut crease because you can't use just 2 or 3 colors. You actually need to use several colors to get the effect that you are looking for with a cut crease. And I'm making sure that I get that outer eye, that outer V area, if you will, really well with these colors. Next, I'm going to start with a deep purple. A deep pink in that tear duct area and in that crease area, windshield wiper motions again. And all of this eyeshadow work that I'm doing today, you guys, is also very light. I'm not being very hard with the hand at all. I'm lightly building it up so that I could get that desired effect. And again, windshield wiper motions back and forth, and I am going from one color right on top of the next color, because what I'll do is I will be using a Wet n Wild brush. It is an eyeshadow brush. I call it a fluffy brush. Y'all know I use whatever brushes I want to get these looks. So I'm windshield wiper motioning that, and then I'm using the deep purple, and that again is going right in that crease, kind of defining that line so that that crease can really be defined. And that's why I waited to use the darkest color last. Again, building up that tear duct area, building it up really well to make sure that the eye look is exactly how the other eye is. Because, you never know what you're going to do. You're just going to start doing your makeup and then you build it up to see what happens and what you actually like. So again, I'm going backwards and forward, making sure that I'm paying attention to that tear duct area because that is really important in this look. And like I said, I took that Wet n Wild brush and I'm blending out that harsh line, no lines of demarcation in this look, honey. No ma'am, Sam. So we're just going to keep blending that out. Blend. That is the word for the day with this eye look, is blend. So I'm looking to make sure that those eyes are looking the same, that the pigments are looking the same, and I'm making sure that everything looks very seamless. The transition is smooth and effortless looking. That's what you want when you're doing a cut crease. So again, I'm going back in with that deep purple. I want to make sure that that line there, that crease is just bang, pow, wet, popping. So again, with the Wet n Wild brush, blend, 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 blend. You gotta keep a blending. And then I'm going in with that deep purple again and making sure that I have a base, even more deeper base for that outer V like I do on my right eye. So now I'm gonna take my Wet n Wild, I think it's called It's All White, Color Con eye pencil, and I'm using this to set up the base for the LA Colors Pink Shimmer loose powder. And I did not use a MAC paint pot or concealer or what have you, because I find that every time I try to do this look and I use some other form of base, that it becomes too thick and I like the lines in your eyelid or whatever or more easily to be seen, and I don't want that. I kind of want it to look a little bit more effortless. So what I'm doing here is I'm making sure that I'm packing on that white so that I can later blend it out with my fingertip. But the other reason why I use this is because I think it's easier and you can get just a crisper line if you're starting out. You don't want to try and do things. I think I tried this before with a paint pot and I just went way up way too high. I don't know, I'm probably a little nervous, but then I also don't like too many products on top of my eyelid when I'm trying to get a specific look. So what I've done is take that crease brush and blended out the harsh lines of that white to make it more effortless, seamless. And so now I'm taking my Sephora Jem and Holograms palette, and then I'm taking this color here, this really pretty pinkish color, and I'm going to use that in my brow bone as my highlight, and I'm going to sculpt under that brow, honey, with this color. And as you can see, I'm using light short strokes and I'm blending that out into the eyeshadow at the bottom so that it looks really, really effortlessly and pretty and seamless. No lines of demarcation. Like, I don't want this look to look like something starts and ends at different points. I want it to all look really effortlessly. That's why I'm using that Wet n Wild brush again, and I'm blending, 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 and I'm looking. The next color that I'm going to use is called Keytar, and it is a deep purple, and I am using that color in my outer V to really, really define it and like to set that up. I'm putting it really, it's kind of looking harsh maybe, but I'm making sure that it is right where I want it to be, that that end of my eye look is defined with this dark, dark, deep color. Next, I'm looking at it to make sure that it looks good and it kind of looks like the other eye. So yeah, next I'm going to go in with this LA Girl Really Pretty. It's kind of like a hot pink, you guys. You probably can't tell, but it's a hot pink shimmer loose powder. And I'm going to use that to sit right on top. And I'm packing this one on because it's very, like, it flies away a lot. I don't know if you can see any of that, but it's flying, you know. Probably can't see that in the video, but it's loose and it's like really just whew, flying all around. So I'm packing that on the eyelid, making sure to stay under the line that I've made for myself. I'm trying to pack that in there, making sure that it's getting everywhere, especially in the crease and not in the crease, but like below the crease. And then I'm also making sure that I'm paying attention to my tear duct area. Like I said, when I applied each layer of eyeshadow, I'm making sure that it is really, really defined in there that you can tell that it's a cut crease. Now I'm taking key tar and I'm doing a little bit in that outer V of my eyelid and bringing that color up and across, because I want the end of this eyeshadow to the eye look to be very defined, as if I had tape there, but I don't want it so stark sharp. Okay, so I'm blending that color out, up and out and in, if that makes any sense. I don't know how to describe it, but it's blending, y'all. Just blend the hell out of the damn eye. And I'm bringing that color in, and I'm blending, 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 blending. So now I'm going to take this color in the palette called Jetta, which is the black, and I'm going to put that, like, I'm showing you how little I'm putting, just like a dab, because this stuff is really, really dark. And I'm putting that right on top of the key tar color, the purple color, and I'm putting it right on top because I need this end here to be popping and kind of signify that this is the end of it, but to also add some depth to my eye look. I really don't know the proper makeup terminology. I guess I'll have to learn that one day on the best way to describe what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm just blending this out and trying to make it look seamless and effortless and make everything look really, really good together. She blending, y'all. Look at it, she blending. There's no way to mess up this outer area, because at the end I'm going to take a makeup wipe and kind of crisp that line up instead of using tape. And I have used tape before, and I have really, really found that I actually don't like to use tape. I feel that the line is a little bit too sharp and too harsh. Like, that's just my personal preference. I would rather use a makeup wipe and clean the line up and still have a little bit of the fading or what have you from the eyeshadow than just that stark line. I just don't like that. I feel like I have a sticker, or that my eyes are some kind of way pulled up. I don't know. But again, here I am blending that out with that same Wet n Wild brush, and I'm just trying to make sure that it is blended, 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 because it kind of looks like in the middle where my arches of my eyebrow that I don't have any eyeshadow on, and then it kind of looks like it picks up a little bit more toward my tear duct. And I just feel like this is kind of halfway outlining the look. And I really, really love that. I really, really like how that looks. So now I'm looking backwards and forward, making sure that it looks good and everything is cool. And I'm blending, blending, blending. And I'm adding more of the key tar on top of the Jetta, which is the black. And I feel like I'm almost there. And I feel like I need to go back in one more time, you guys, with this purple, because I want to put just a little bit more on the end. I can't help myself. You don't have to make it as dark as I did, but I just love it being this dark. So here we have the first lip look that I tried out with it, which is the Urban Decay's Junkie palette. And the second lippy is from Wet n Wild. It's called Short Affair. I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.